Does the spiritual world really exist? Are demons and angels real? Does God even exist? When I was young, I grew up in a church, and I was forced to go to church because my mom forced me to go to church. At church, I learned to pray, and it was beneficial for me because I can pray for whatever I wanted to ask, and God will answer. But those answers, I thought it was just a coincidence. But the more I prayed and the more answers I got, I realized maybe God really exists. So I began to search, if God existed, that means that hell and heaven existed. I have to go to heaven. So I began to ask my pastor, how do I be saved? And he would say, just believe in Jesus. All I would do is just go to church every Sunday and just say, I believe in you, Jesus, and that's what I would do. And I thought that was an end to Christianity, but God had more. God was leading me more into Him. When I was 7th grade, I met my uncle in California, and he would begin to tell me about strange things like spiritual world, and how some people can escape from their body, like their spirit goes out and just there's this heaven and hell. And he will also mention how some people's spiritual eyes are open and they can see demons, angels all around. Some people can see in a really sinful place, there's dragons wrapping around that building or whatever. And I would be skeptical. I was like, dude, that can't be. And I was just skeptical. But it was summer break, 7th grade. After 7th grade, my uncle told me to go to this retreat that the church was holding, and then I was like, okay, I'll go because I don't have anything to do in summer break. I thought the retreat would be just a regular retreat where you just play around, have 3 sermons or so, and then just have fun. But this retreat was so unusual. So all they did was eat, sleep, pray, preach, and praise. I was like, first day I was just dying because I was just, why am I here? But as I listened to preaching, I was like, oh man, I get to open up. This is the true gospel. I didn't know the true gospel. And the last day, people began to pray. Some people just began to cry out Jesus, and some kids started to pray in tongues and all that. It was really loud. The background was really loud, and I was just like, some people began falling down. And I was like, oh my gosh, what's wrong with them? I just kept praying. Oh God, please meet me. Let me see you if you're real, and all that. And that prayer lasted pretty much 12 hours, I guess, from 9 p.m. to the whole morning. So I was like, I was praying, and God met me there. But the testimonies were awesome. The people there who was praying, they gave testimonies, and then they were just testifying. I was praying, and then it's desperately, and about 4 hours later, Jesus just appeared, and he was like, I'll bring you to heaven and show you heaven, and you must testify what you see. And then some people will do that, and some people's spiritual eyes will also open up. They will see demons and angels, and how there was a wall while we were praying, and then demons just couldn't penetrate because the prayer was too strong. And all of those stuff, I was like, oh man, the spiritual world do exist. I began to think, but after that I began to experience more of the spiritual world. I began to see stuff. One of the examples that really was shocking to me is that I was in this gathering, and then just this one girl began to have seizures and vomiting or whatever. And I was like, oh man, you gotta call 911 because this girl is gonna die or have this seizure, epileptics or something. And then so I was like, but these ministers were really calm. I was like, dude, what are you guys doing right now? We gotta do something. But they were really calm, approached the girl, and they were just praying, in Jesus' name and all that. About 3 minutes or 4 minutes later, the girl was just returned to her own state. It was really peaceful. So those stuff, I began to open up really to God, open my heart to God. Oh, God exists. The spiritual world, this battle is real. So I began to open up myself to God, and God began to lead me more deeper into the truth. There was many people around me who were spiritually open and also biblically well-rounded. They would always tell me, you gotta read the Bible more. Just the spiritual gift itself, it's not enough. What they would tell me is, they would mention 2 Corinthians 11:14, where it says, Satan, demons can disguise as angel of light and deceive you. they were pretty much mentioning that. I was like, okay. And then they would say, if you just have the spiritual gift without the biblical knowledge, you're going to be an easy target for deception. So they will also, and I knew many people around me who has been deceived, who has their spiritual eyes open by demons, right? Like deception. I'm Jesus, they say. Like Satan may come disguised as Jesus. I'm Jesus, and then they might get deceived and be all weird later on in life. So what this well-rounded people would say is this: you gotta read the Bible, you gotta have deception, like this discernment. And an example of I can give you an example is that I didn't personally know her, but she was a missionary from Korea, and she went to this one country that I forgot. She led many people to Christ. She built many churches. But later on, this missionary was praying, and then Jesus appeared to her, and then Jesus was like, Satan disguised as Jesus. Jesus appeared to her and said, stop all this mission thing, and just go back to Korea and spend time with me. So she stopped all the mission work and went back to Korea. Now she's just sleeping, eating, just sitting down and doing nothing. And that's like really biblical now, right? Because that's not a fruit of God. So they will mention like it's really important biblically. To summarize, they will always say spiritual gift is a tool to lead people to Christ, and also to go more deeper into Christ. It's not a foundation to be built on. Bible should be the only foundation. So this event became a stepping stone for me to start on the walk of faith. And I believe that I've only taken one step, and God will continue to lead me in a new path and exciting way until I go to heaven. Thank you.